Okay. A day or two ago, your mother decided to go off on me because I tried to go see you guys. Somehow, some way, in her mind, it is. Okay. Somehow, some way, in her mind, it's wrong that I have not given up on you. I will never understand that. I'm never going to try to understand it either. Because my view is simple. A parent that's capable of giving up on their child is not a parent. There are plenty of nasty things that I could say about her, and every single one of them would be facts. But I'm not playing that game. For the longest, she's sworn up and down that you guys have been told absolutely nothing about me. I was never dumb enough to believe that, and she finally proved me right. In the last go around on the text messages, you know what? According to her, you guys are scared of me. Now, if you'd been told nothing at all about me, then there would be nothing for you to be scared of. But if you're scared of me, that's because something has been put in your heads to make you afraid of me. Okay. I don't know how well this is going to come through. Recently cracked my screen, and it's going to be a while before I can replace the phone. Let's see. Uh, it I'm having too hard of a time holding it steady. I put off doing this immediately because I try not to speak when I'm angry. If you ever get the chance to ask your mom about that, she will have to agree. Because there were many times that me and her had gotten into an argument. I had reached my limit, and I tried to leave. I specifically remember there was one time at the hotel when we were staying there. I don't remember what we were arguing about, but she pushed and pushed and pushed, and I just tried to walk out. I wanted to go for a walk. I even told her I just want to go for a walk to cool my head. What does she do? She goes and locks the door and then stands in front of it. And it would have been one thing if she had done that and stopped arguing. Literally, just wanted time to calm down. But no, not only did she lock me in, she kept arguing. There were a number of other occasions similarly. I'm no saint. I have fucked up way more than my share. When me and Jennifer were together, yes, we did. Not only did we do verbal fights, we also got into physical fights. In the beginning, I can justify my side of it. Seriously, in the beginning. Because while I cut off Tammy a long time ago because of what she did to the two of you, There were some things that she taught me that I do agree with. One of which was, and this is her exact phrasing, when a woman puts her hands on a man, she puts herself in the place of a man. I wholeheartedly believe everybody has the right to defend themselves. Male, female, young, old, black, white, none of it matters. If somebody puts their hands on you, you have every right to defend yourself, regardless of everything else. And in the beginning, she would hit me, and I would retaliate. I don't know when things changed, but after a time, it had happened so much. I hate admitting this, but it's the truth. I had gotten too comfortable with putting my hands on her. I've apologized to her I don't know how many times. But I titled this video The Other Side because what I want you guys to remember throughout your entire life: never make a judgment based on one side of the story. There are always two sides. And the vast majority of the time, the truth is somewhere in between those two sides. Sometimes more sides, obviously, but the truth is almost always somewhere in between. I'm really sorry what happened. Is this feed? Oh, great. Is it acting? Okay. I know it may seem that way, primarily because, like I said in the beginning, I could justify it. But towards the end, I was absolutely in the wrong. No ifs, ands, or buts. I believe in accountability. I believe in owning up to what I've done and what I've said. Besides that, I made a promise that I would never lie to you. Whether or not I ever get to say those words to your faces, I don't know. But it doesn't matter because that promise is in my heart and I will never break it. If we get the chance to meet and talk, you may ask some questions that I don't want to answer. And if you do, I will explain why I don't want to answer. But if you push past that, I will. Jennifer swears up and down that you guys have been told nothing about me, and yet somehow you're scared of me. So you're scared of somebody you know nothing about. That is absolute bullshit. I don't care if she's towing the line, dancing between lies. But I will admit she does have one loophole. I could be wrong, but I believe she's repeatedly over and over said that Maybelle has said nothing about me to the two of you. And if I'm right and that was what she said every time, that means that she's never said anything about what she has told you two about me. But either way, it doesn't matter. Due to our last conversations, I'm done talking to your mother. The fact that she even thought it would be okay to tell me to give up on you? I was wrong thinking she had changed. I mean, don't get me wrong, obviously she has changed in some ways, but the last time me and her spoke on the phone, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks ago, I had presented her with a plan that I thought would help both of us. I had explained to her the situation with my financials and some of the programs that I have helping out. And I had pitched the idea that I would go over there and stay with her for a couple of months. Give her, in addition to the extra income, extra food stamps just from me myself, I could put her down as being my home health aide, which would literally be another income for her. And I told her that there would be two catches to doing this. The first is the obvious one, that I would need to live there to make it work. And the second was, at the end of the school year, because I didn't want to take her daughter out of school during the school year. That's just wrong. But at the end of their school year, me and her were to move to Crowley together. Because at the time that I believed, and I actually still believe this is true, that if me and her presented a united front to Maybelle, it would be much more difficult for her to push back. Don't get me wrong, she absolutely would try. But if absolutely nothing else, the two of you would see that we had made a united front. I still believe that would have been a great move. But she's shown me she's lost her fire. I don't know what Jennifer has been through. She told me that the last guy she was with, thanks to him, she now has PTSD. That's all she's told me about it, and given that she has PTSD, I'm never going to push. Whatever she went through, she lost her fire. She lost her spark. She lost her fight. And without that, she'd never be able to step up to her mother. So, while I wish that would have been an option, it's obviously not. She has shown me that she's not willing to fight for the two of you. I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm not saying it to be judgmental. I'm not getting into what her reasons are. But she has made it very clear that she's not going to fight. I will die before I stop fighting. I have a few plans in the works to try to fix the problem, to still try to get into your lives. But your mother has made it clear that she's going to kiss ass to Maybelle. Which is why I can't talk to her anymore, because if I say anything about my plans, she's going to say, yeah, tell Maybelle, and then from there it makes it so much more difficult for me. I'm not in a situation to be able to take care of you guys. I wish I was. Hell, I'm going out to Crowley on a bicycle. Does she really think I'm going to kidnap a fucking teenager on a bicycle? Jennifer, Maybelle, basically that entire side of the family says that I'm wrong because I haven't given up. That I'm wrong because I won't give up. If I was capable of giving up on the two of you, then I wouldn't. Then I could not consider myself a parent. Yes, it's true. I haven't been in your lives for the last 14 years. Yes, it's true that I should have fought harder. I should have drove Maybelle batshit fucking crazy until she conceded. But here's the simple truth. I reached out back in April just trying to be able to talk to you guys. I just asked that they give you my phone number. That was it. Now, I'm wrong for showing up 4 months later. Let's see. Back in April, May. Keep in mind, everything I'm about to say is filtered through your mother, so. You know what? Let me do it right. Why should we do hearsay when we've got text messages? Advantage of communicating almost strictly by text. I could be wrong, but I think since I reached out in April, we've talked on the phone 3 times. I'm actually looking for something else in the text, but back in April we were texting, and I stopped on this one, so I might as well bring it up. I asked Jennifer if Michaela still enjoys heavy metal. I don't know if you've been told it or not, but it was funny to me when you were little, and it was just one of the things that all I could say is that's my girl. I heard the story about playing classical music helps children to become more intelligent. I tried playing it, so we tried. Caleb, if we played classical music, you threw a tantrum. On the other side, if we played heavy metal, you could go straight to sleep. That was part of the reason why I got you that little onesie. I learned to rock before I could walk. So I had asked about the two of you, and that's when she told me that Kayla likes to draw. Elijah is in the band. And it really struck me how much you are like me. Back in high school, I loved to draw too. And there was a while that I actually got really good at it. But then years of neglect, years of not doing it, I can't draw much of anything anymore. Oh yeah, I can stop being stupid. I can blow up the size of the text. This is what I sent her back on April 12th. We were talking about me getting in touch with you guys. And I said that I'm afraid that you guys would say no, that you wouldn't want to talk to me. And that I'm mostly afraid of that because it's how I was raised. If you're unaware, Tammy is my mother. Your grandmother that I hope you never meet. Said she raised me to believe that my dad was some kind of monster. And because of that, I've been tormented for years, not knowing if your mom did, or your grandmother, I guess, did the same with you two. And I admit it has very little to do with your mother and your grandmother and almost everything to do with mine. Though the fact that your mom admitted to me once that she blames me for what Tammy did, getting you two taken, that didn't help. And this is her response. Let me get this better. I'll be honest, took them a while to talk to me. Hadn't talked to you even yet to Maybelle in almost 2 years. See, she had to mend that fence. Excuse me. Maybelle's always told Jennifer that she told them that she told you guys that you have two parents. But if she'd and this one was from me to her a little bit later. It's been killing me because I've tried everything to get in touch with you guys. I don't know how many times I don't know how many times Maybelle has blocked my number. I actually had a friend drop me off back at her house when they lived in Arlington. And very much like I did this last time when I went to Crowley, I was respectful. I didn't beat on the door. I didn't spam the doorbell. And I immortalized the video. It's on YouTube in case they want to try to say otherwise. Because knowing what I was dealing with, I started recording video before I stepped on her property. So if she wanted to accuse me of anything, I could prove she was lying. Let's see. Yeah, stood there respectfully knocking and ringing the doorbell before your dad answered and told me to to see them I'd have to go through your mom. I would have to go through Maybell, but Maybell wouldn't talk to me. So how does that work? To spend time with my children, I have to go through Maybell, but Maybell won't even acknowledge my existence. How am I supposed to do that? Sadly, I've lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, there we go. I'm trying to zoom this up. Okay, that's my maximum. The ones with the gray background are from your mother. Let's see. Sunday, April 13th. Can't really read the timestamp, but that's PM. Jennifer said that she just got off the phone with Maybell and that right now you two weren't ready. Michaela seemed to warm up to it, but Elijah isn't as open. I asked her if she. Jennifer asked Maybell if she would take my number and try again. She said she gave Maybell my number. Okay, let's see. Did I? Okay, let's see. Can we get this thing to focus? Okay. If I can talk to Michaela and give her a chance to get to know me, that could help with Elijah. Thank you for trying regardless. And yes, I've never given up on either of you. I never will. And yeah, you guys are siblings. You're close. So if I can talk to one of you, that whoever I can talk to would obviously talk to the other. It's a process. I didn't expect it to be easy. But here's my thing. How hard is it to give you my phone number? skipping all of these things. I may have already put this text onto a video, but in case I didn't, August 19th, Michaela's birthday. I basically told her that I was being patient with her responding because I understood she's working 2 full-time jobs. I had asked her about sending me pictures of you guys, and she said she had those saved on a different phone, and that phone had been busted. And let's see. Skip the first 2 sentences because that's what I just said. And here's from Jennifer. I'm struggling with the fact that I called today because it's Michaela's birthday, only to be told some bullshit and that I couldn't talk to them. I don't think you get how hard it was to get my mother to let me talk to them. But then for me to not only advocate for you and defend you, but give your number to Michaela took a lot, and I mean a lot. Especially after everything, only for now it to be found out that I gave it to her, and I get shit for it when all I want is for everyone to be happy. On top of all the shit burning down in my life and working 10 hours at one job and 8 to 9 at another, and still can't make ends meet on top of having my daughter, who I have to make sure is good also, and struggling with the fact that my own mother can't stand me as of now. So, according to me, well, I probably skipped over it, but oh no, wait, I had to have put it in there. No, in case whatever. I'm not going to dig through it for it, but early on from Jennifer, she told me that Maybelle was going to talk to the 2 of you because she believed that you were old enough to make your own decisions. Now, here's where that becomes a problem. It was okay for Jennifer to give Maybelle my phone number. I understand why that one was okay. Because Maybelle just threw it away. If she even bothered to write it down at all. Which I'm pretty sure she didn't. I'm pretty sure she told Jennifer that she was writing it down, but didn't. Honestly, if anything, gave her my phone number. Yeah, she might have saved it just to block my number. Then 4 months later, Jennifer has seen the change in me. Though admittedly, the bulk of it is still taken on faith. But she decides to give you my phone number. And as you saw from the text Jennifer sent me, that's what Grandma has a problem with. You're old enough to make your own decisions as long as those decisions don't involve trying to contact me. Yeah. And why do I stand by this? Because if she truly believed what she said and that you 2 were old enough to make your own decisions, then Jennifer giving you my phone number should have had no repercussions. I could completely understand if Jennifer had given me your guys' phone number, and then Grandma complaining because that would mean that Jennifer gave out Grandma's information without her permission. Even though it's still a bit of a stretch, I can at least give that one some credit and some basic logic. You gave my information without asking me if it was okay to give my information. But so, according to Jennifer, Maybelle punishes Jennifer for giving Michaela my phone number. And the punishment Maybelle gave Jennifer is cutting Jennifer off from speaking with her own children. Now, please understand the reason that I put the text messages on here to validate is because back when me and her were together, both of us were horrible liars. I'm not saying we were bad at lying. I'm saying we did it way too much and in situations we didn't need to and shouldn't have. I'm at a point now where how's this? It's what, September? It is September 13th right now. And me and Jennifer got back in touch early April. So you can basically say 5 months now. In those 5 months, I've lied to Jennifer exactly once. She was telling me about how bad her financial situation was, and I was offering to help. And she didn't want to accept the help because she was worried about excuse me, about me being able to take care of myself. So I basically told her that I don't pay rent. That was my lie. Some people would think it's stupid, but the truth is that I told her that because I didn't want her to be worrying about me with the little bit of money that I sent her. I'm not going to bother digging for it, but one of the last messages that I sent Jennifer from her telling me off, I told her, now, the first time that I sent her money, she promised she'd pay it back. Don't get me wrong, I believe that she meant it. But I also recognize with how badly she's explained her financial situation to be that it wasn't going to happen. So in one of the messages that I sent her when things devolved, I told her that she doesn't owe me anything. And I meant it. Truth be told, even when she said that she was going to pay me back, I never expected it. I mean, let's be honest. If you do something for somebody with the expectation of them paying you back, that's just a transaction. There's no kindness. The things that I've done to help your mother, I didn't care about any of them. I just wanted to help her. Because even all these years later, I still do care about her. But these last few conversations prove what I had suspected years back. When it comes to our kids, me and her are on completely different wavelengths. And I really don't want to get into detail on that because I really don't want to sit here and talk bad about her. I know I've already done that a little bit. Michaela, Elijah, I'm never going to give up on you. I have plans in the works. I have friends helping me out. I'm going to keep trying. All I want is to be able to talk to you guys. And Jennifer and Maybelle think that I'm wrong for having shown up at her doorstep. But the truth be told, all she had to do, if she would have just let you call me, we would have been able to talk. That's all I wanted. If she had allowed us to talk, I would have asked for permission to come see you guys. I do not understand, and I will never understand how they can justify that shit. How they can try to paint me as being the villain because I want to have a conversation. I want to be able to have a relationship with my children. I've never done anything to hurt you guys. I'm no saint. I admit my fuck ups. I own up to what I've done and I do what I can to make it right. And I'm sick and fucking tired of paying for shit for my entire goddamn life. But then again, the truth be told with Maybelle, she never gave me a chance, even before things got bad. She's always hated me. I don't know, and I don't care what her reasons are. The fact is, for the last 14 years, she's been disrespecting me on a daily basis. Every single day that has gone by that I have not been able to just talk to you guys has been an act of disrespect from her. I owe her no more respect. And the only reason I don't go batshit crazy and do the things that I want to fucking do is because I refuse to be the fucking monster that they want to paint me to be. I don't care if you're hearing it from Maybelle, Jennifer, or both. Oh, yeah. That's what I forgot to show. Da, 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 da. Oh, yep. It started to, but I couldn't get it to. Okay. Okay, I'm going to have to scroll through this one because it is a rather lengthy one from your mother. Oh, shit. Let's see. And this came about because I had gotten a birthday card for Michaela. I had sent Jennifer pictures of it and asked her if she wanted me to write anything in there for her. I want you to realize that while you have your opinion on what you think my mother has or has not done, I want you to remember when all this first happened, she was the only one the children had. You were gone, and I was stuck with nothing and nowhere to go. She didn't have much, but she did what was needed, and I'm grateful every day. She didn't have to, but she did, and I am always grateful that they didn't wind up in the system. She hasn't mentioned you to them. In fact, she doesn't talk about you at all. She doesn't badmouth you to them. She never has. The look, let's see, the look they had wasn't out of disgust, it was out of fear. I already covered that. If you have an immediate reaction of fear, It's because something was put in your head. Whether it was by Jennifer or Maybelle, I don't know. Honestly, don't care anymore. Let's see. They don't know you, so of course they are going to be scared, and to think you were going to show up at their school. What did you expect to happen? That would not have gone well. The biggest thing that I respect is accountability. You have to realize and admit that you did wrong and were partially to blame for all of this. Blaming my mother isn't right, and it doesn't change what you did. I've owned up to everything I've done. And the things that I did 16 years ago are not grounds to say that I cannot talk to you. I just want a relationship with my children. I want to be able to teach you and to learn from you. What's the problem with that? Blaming my mother isn't right, and it doesn't change what you did. I blame Maybelle for refusing to allow me to have a relationship with my children. I blame Maybelle for not allowing me to have a conversation with my children. I am blaming Maybelle for what she is currently doing. So I'm not allowed to blame somebody for the actions and decisions that they made? Bullshit. You have no fucking right to call for accountability when all I'm doing is pointing out facts. And none of this did I ever claim to be innocent. At no point have I ever claimed to be a saint, perfect, anything of the sort. I've owned up to what I've done. I understand that you are trying to help, but I can't get into a situation like that with someone I don't trust, and I don't trust you because I don't know you. I thought I knew you back then, but you lied and did so many hurtful things that it took a long time for me to come to terms with it. And the scars from our relationship are still there and will probably be there for the rest of my life. It's true for both of us. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to justify anything that I did. I hurt Jennifer deeply. And I really am sorry. I really do wish her nothing but the best. That's a huge part of why I've done the things that I've done to help her. Not because I want credit, not because I want her to pay me back. I'm just trying to do right. I may not have much, but I can use the little that I have to help other people. You have no idea. I have also come to terms with the fact that I may never have an actual relationship with my children until they are old enough to seek me out themselves. Does it hurt? Yes. But I realize that the choices I made have brought me here, and I have to live with the consequences. You cannot say that you did nothing wrong in this because you did. I'll do a quick scroll through the entire text history with her. I'll try to be just fast enough to not be mind-numbingly slow, but slow enough that you could pause at points when you need to see anything. I have never once claimed innocence. I've never once claimed that I did nothing wrong. I know you want certain things to happen before it's too late, but you can't force it. You run the risk of them actually hating you instead of embracing you. Is that what you want? The kid's happiness should always be number one, even before your own, because that's how to love someone when there is nothing to gain. Sorry, I need a minute. I'm still trying to scroll to the top of our texts. I have to forcibly calm myself because what she sent there really pissed me off. Trying to act like I've claimed to be innocent when I've never done that. I've never claimed to be innocent. I've never claimed that I did nothing wrong. And for her to say that proves that she's not paying attention, or that she still wants to twist the narrative and tell lies. I don't know or even care what the reason is with her anymore. Let me zoom in a bit so they can actually make these legible. Like I said, I'm going to do a score. Shit. Okay, forget it. Doing a scroll through is going to be too difficult to keep it in focus so it can actually be legible. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take screenshots of the conversation from beginning to end, which will also allow me to open up the extensive ones that have to be popped open, and I'll upload it to my Google Drive and include a link. I'm not sure if I can retroactively put it in the description on here. If I can, I will. If not, I'll just drop it in another video. Though I will say there is a small section of the texts between me and her that I am going to omit in the two spots. The one spot that's a general area that I am going to omit is going to be because that was me and her talking about sexual activities, and I know no child wants to hear that from their parents. And the second one I'm going to censor out is when I gave her your guys' address. I'm not trying to put your address open on the internet. I'm not that stupid. I'm not perfect. I've hurt people that didn't deserve it. I've also been hurt by people that I didn't deserve to be hurt by. There's no justification in that. I'm not trying to excuse anything that I did because I need to be accountable for my own actions and my own words. I hurt Jennifer. Reasons, motives, none of that actually matters. What matters is the fact that I did. I just wish she was able to step back for long enough to realize I did try to make it right afterwards. But I have to accept that she hasn't grown enough to see that. Maybe one day she will. I hope she does. But if Maybelle really didn't want me to just show up randomly, she could have just let you call me. That's all I wanted, was to be able to talk to you. I really want to talk to both of you, but one step at a time. I hope one day both of you realize that I've loved you more than anything. Many years back, the first time I had ever seriously considered suicide, I had a plan. It was guaranteed success. And right as I was about to start, I thought about the two of you. And what hit me was my children deserve better. That thought is the only thing that stopped me. I can very honestly say if it was not for the two of you, I would be dead. Now, what I'm about to say isn't intended to point blame, make anybody feel bad, or anything of that sort. I'm only saying this because it's the truth and it helps put, I believe at least, that it'll help put things into perspective. December 2009, I was in prison. I don't remember what exactly it was that I'd received or who it was from, but I had received a letter that revealed to me how much I was getting screwed over by Jennifer. And that's what began the downward spiral. That was the reason why I had seriously started planning suicide. And I had a whole lot of pills. And I mean a whole lot. And I was planning to take every single one of them. But the thought that you two deserve better is what stopped me. It took me 6 months to be able to start calling Jennifer my ex-wife. I honestly don't know or care how she refers to me. But to me, she will always be my ex-wife. Not ex-girlfriend, not ex-fiance, not whatever the hell else. I honor that chapter in my life by calling it exactly what it was. Whether or not the law recognized our marriage is irrelevant to the fact that my heart did. You two are the only reason I'm still here. I can't give up on you. It was easy to give up on myself. Because the truth be told, there's nobody on this planet I hate more than myself. And that says a lot considering the second person. The person in second place for hating the most is Tammy's husband. Because he beat Cheyenne nearly every single day of her life growing up. Years back, when I first got back in touch with her after getting out, I apologized to her. Told her that I made two mistakes raising her. The first is that I never should have broke her of calling me dad. And the second was I never should have expected Tammy to step up and stop him. I should have got in his face and beat his ass my goddamn self. And so you understand how there's nobody else in this world that I actually hate. Tammy's husband, Eric, he's the reason I didn't go back to Arlington when I got out of prison. That was 14 years ago, and I know still to this day, if I see him, the next thing I'm going to know is police pulling me from the scene. I'm hoping that's a clear enough way to word it without having to worry about YouTube standards getting. He's the reason I didn't go back to Arlington, because I know even to this day still, I cannot trust myself if I see him. I know that I do not have the requisite amount of self-control. Excuse me. And I hate myself so much because the things that I did, the things that I didn't do, the things I said, the things I didn't say. Consciously, I know this can't be true, but it doesn't change the fact that I feel like it. I honestly feel like every single choice I've ever made in my entire life has been wrong. And I hate it. But it doesn't change the fact that that's how I feel. I find a whole lot of irony in the fact that there are so many people that know me and tell me how much of a great and wonderful person I am. But none of them see my scars. None of them see the torture that I put myself through on a daily basis. Nobody sees the pain that I suffer or the weight that I carry. I've given up on finding love. I've given up on happiness. I've given up on my health. I've given up on myself. But in spite of all of this, I still haven't given up on the two of you, and I never will. Wow, this video went on a lot longer than I thought. I'm just going to end it here. Kayla, Elijah, I desperately hope that one day you guys realize that I've loved you with all of my heart, and there's nothing I wouldn't do to help you succeed. I love you both.